play. Guess we'll just watch Porter Martone waiting for a face-off to start behind me.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, stop. Oh, there it is.
Guess we'll just watch Porter Martone waiting for a face-off to start behind me.
That's us live. Hey, how are you?
Oh, we're live now?
Oh, we're live, streaming on the YouTube.
The
YouTube. Peace. All right. We're gonna do this now.
Is Michelle going to be our
one and only?
We're moving on from our intern.
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing great. They sell these at the Wells Fargo. That's why I'm drinking it.
It's no longer the Farg.
The Xfinity Mobile Arena. All right. So we're gonna start probably now. We'll do this.
Ball game here, boys. We just took that team up.
Hold on. We're gonna start now.
I was like, talk.
It is talk. Ready? Here we go. In 5. I'm gonna wave. That's when I know I'll
do the Wayne's World.
We're back. We're in the ball game here, boys. We just took that team on, and we were the better team, like all night. So hang your hat on that. And you know what? Everybody.
Are you kidding me? The puck is dropped. We're underway. Tockett's fired up. We're fired up. You better be fired up. We're in a playoff race. It's Ace. It's Chris. Executive producer Corbin is out there somewhere in the world mashing baseballs, but he's not working for us. But anyway, dude, the last time we recorded this podcast, things were bleak.
Yeah.
Things were much different than they are right now. They called that a 180, Ace.
Yeah, they turned it around, didn't they? Just like everybody said they would.
Sir, the last time we recorded this podcast, this team is dog shit. Everything is dog shit. We're going to trade this guy. We're trading that guy. And now all of a sudden, we're in the midst. And that's where you really want to be, because there was a time that we were very, 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 very negative. Mm-hmm. We were calling Trevor Zegras the P word. We were calling people.
There was no we involved.
There was a we, I think. I don't remember it. But 8-1-1 in your last 10. We are 2 points out of a playoff spot. Pittsburgh, they scored 8 goals last night, but don't worry about that because they're on the down slope. Columbus, we're breathing down your goddamn neck.
Yeah.
Tonight, the Caps. Porter Martone is already here. Michigan State lost. Is there anything else that we can everything is working out the way it should. 26% to make the playoffs. You win tonight, it probably goes up to God knows what, 40, 100%. You win tonight,
you're in the playoffs.
You're in the playoffs. It's 100%. You got to finish it, dude. What's going on right now? Our pets' heads are falling off, Mr. Kanish.
Mr. Kanish. I'm excited, man. I can't wait to watch Porter Martone play tonight.
So you got Porter Martone. It looks like Tyson Forster might be making a return to form, I guess, and coming back. So we'll see what that brings. I mean, Tocchet said something recently, and I think it might have been today. I read it. I didn't really actually.
Yeah, it was today.
I think Charlie O'Connor tweeted it and said, he said when Tyson comes back, not if Tyson comes back. It's going to help the power play. We've got what, 9 or 10 left? I got a gnat.
I think it's 10. 10 today, or after today's the 10th.
After today, it's 9. So 10 as we sit right now, there's 10. Sorry, the gnat really got me.
It's all right.
Unbelievable.
Well,
the windows are open. It's the whole thing. And that's what I want to get to, too, because I was super, super negative a couple weeks ago. I was ready to prepare for this podcast. I was like, you know what? Think about this. Now, they call radio theater of the mind, right? Like, I was in radio for a long time. Theater of the mind, right?
I just learned that.
Close your eyes. You never heard that?
Yeah, it's 8 years old.
Oh, it's an industry thing. Theater of the mind. So you got to paint the picture, right? Because nobody can see you, so you paint it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
That's the whole issue, right? So you close your eyes and think about this. And if you're a sports fan, this is unbelievable. This is the best day you could ever have as a Philly sports fan. It's fantastic, right? So it's this temperature out. It's 75 degrees. It's Saturday, right? Phils are playing at 4:05. So you're in the parking lot of the Citizens Bank or in the Link, wherever you're at, but you're grilling. Beers are going, cornhole's going, whatever you're doing, right?
Partying up in the K lot.
You're having a great time in the K lot, in the Jetro, and you got the Phils. Fightins are playing at 4:05. You're grilling. You're having a great time. But in the back pocket, it's 7:05 or 7:20 by the time Lauren Hart stops singing.
Yeah.
You're going to have game 2. Flyers are up 1-0 in the series.
That's true.
Now, that while you're sitting at Citizens Bank, you got the boys playing game 2. The sun is out.
In DC.
You got shorts on and a jersey. Everybody's wearing Flyers jerseys at the Phillies game because they're all going across the way.
Saw a lot of Flyers flags out today when we drove to Jersey.
Because they're catching the fever. That's why.
Yeah.
Because we're in it. You know what I mean? And I was so prepared to be like, they're taking that away from me. They're taking away the possibility of having a back-to-back Phils 4:05, 7:05 Jim Jackson, Bush at 7:05 game 2. Cup is in the background. Oh my God. That's the greatest day. And the best time of year is this time of year. And they were taking it and they were ripping it apart. They were ripping it away from us. But somehow a miracle happened. And I swear to God, I can feel it. I can feel it like
Is
it's
it happening?
in my neck. That we're going to the playoffs, brother. We're going. This is going to be
It's awesome
it's
to
all
actually
lining
be
up.
playing meaningful hockey right now. You know what I mean?
Feels
Like,
awesome.
it just feels awesome. Like being in the race, like all those people who wanted them to tank and do all that stuff. Like, I mean, come on, let's just have some fun with it. You mentioned Charlie O'Connor brought up the power play lines and he had that Freudian slip with Forster's probably going to be joining that power play soon. And, people are upset that Bump's out of the lineup tonight, but Bump played like shit the other night. So like, give him a break, Martone is in. Let's just be happy for once.
You got to be happy. Like everybody wants to turn it, and especially I think it's Twitter's fault. Everybody wants to turn into like this analyst or something, or wants to be this whatever. And it's not that. It's just enjoying the game. It's enjoying. Like I want you to win every game. I'm not sitting here tanking. I don't want it. Honestly, since I've been a fan since 1986.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, relax.
Oh,
you're like, wow. Like, oh man, look at this guy. Hey, pop. Well, it's a long time.
Are you done walking up the hill both ways with the newspaper on your feet right now?
Back in my day, the Flyers were still dog shit. They weren't actually. The 90s were good. Did you see that there was going to be like a YouTube thing or a Netflix thing where they're going to do like it's like a Netflix thing. We're getting off the track here, but it's like some Netflix thing. And I made a joke that nobody cared about the Flyers, like history of the Flyers. And I'm like, it's going to be 8 minutes. It's going to stop in 97 and then we're done.
Yeah.
Then just sprinkle in a Salt Bay. Sprinkle in a Salt Bay, 2010, and then we're
Patrick
out.
Kane scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Did you see the other day that they were Patrick Kane's playing on the Red Wings right now, and the goaltending coach for the Red Wings
is Michael Leighton. Yeah.
Awkward.
And then I hated watching the broadcast of that. 2010 Game 6 constantly. I was having a good day until then.
Yeah.
But let's get back to where we're at now. So 26%, we're going to go to the playoffs. I've already in my head and in my heart have I'm believing.
Well, it's funny because I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, Alex Appleyard tweeted out the percentages, the probabilities of the Flyers making the playoffs. And then he did a sub tweet on that. And he said, realistically, the Flyers would have to go. This was back when there was like 18 games left or 19 games. He's like, they'd have to go like 15-2 or 15-3 or something. And I'm like, well, we're 4 wins away from being that. Right. So
you're going for a franchise record right now tonight of 9 games straight on the road, which is unbelievable. But that's what you needed. You needed that switch of like, we would joke and be like, well, they're having that yearly 10-game losing streak, and that happened in January, but not necessarily 10 games, but it was a bad January. And so you needed something to just reverse that. And that's exactly what happened. And now you're getting another boost with Porter Martone, and we'll get to him in a second. But you're getting another boost, and you're potentially another boost with Forster. So I think that right now, I think we're getting it's almost like a trade deadline for
The
us right
glutton
now.
of wingers we have in this
So
lineup
many,
now.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if Forster's here too and Martone's in the lineup, who are you taking out?
Well,
Was
Grunstrom's still in there, so they took
Brunson still in there?
Bump
But
out, and so you got to take him out. But who cares? I don't care. Take
I think
somebody out.
I think it's crazy. I want to point out the fact that you know when this team started turning around? When Barkey joined the team.
Yeah, I think that's probably true because there what the low point was that second Columbus game where you lose that. Like it was one of
Who
those.
didn't play?
And I've been what?
Who
What
didn't?
he didn't play there. And
I'm
who
pretty
else
sure
didn't?
the
Coots?
Columbus game is the one Barkey was hurt for, and Coots.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. I didn't think about it, but I mean, the energy that kid brings is unreal. So
He's just a
we'll see
winner.
how that goes into next.
Competes.
Mhm.
He's a winner. He's won
Yeah.
everywhere he goes. He competes. Like that's what we need, and that's why getting Porter Martone right now. Porter Martone, he's a winner. World Juniors gold
Well, not-
under 18.
Well, the only reason he's here is because he lost. So
Well, he didn't win with college, but he's got a gold in under 18s. So he won a gold there. Barkey's won the championship.
So let's talk about that. So we talked about how, you know, the position that they're in right now is obviously super positive. Porter Martone. So we were going to do this thing called the puck drop prospect of the week, which is going to kill me if I have to say that every single time. The puck drop prospect of the week. So we're going to do that. And obviously the clear choice for the first week is Porter Martone. So goes to set some records in Michigan State as a freshman. The first freshman, I think, since 1990 something to score 50 points. Something like that. 96, 97, something like that. But it's been a while. So, you know, the idea of the segment, you want to call it, is to kind of like highlight a prospect that's coming up because at the time that we thought about this, that's the only thing we had. Because I'm like, well, we're not going to the playoffs, so we need to think about the future.
He's technically still a prospect until 708.
No, for sure, and he still is. But I'm thinking like the idea behind the bit was kind of be like, hey, we don't have anything else to talk about because the season's going to be over in about 20 games, 15 games.
Summer talking about prospects.
Right. So we're going to do the whole prospect summer thing. And so that's what we did, or that's what we thought about. So I think that the highlight of this first one will be Porter Martone. So Michigan State, 19, 6'3", 210. So you're the prospect guy. What's talk about his game and what you can kind of expect or hope to expect from him.
Yeah. A lot of people have been comparing him a lot to Corey Perry and Matthew Tkachuk, like a hybrid between the two of them. Mm-hmm. And I think he has more of the temperament of Matthew Tkachuk. And if I know it's hard to envision this because Corey Perry is like 1 billion years old right now, but back in the day, Corey Perry was a slick power forward. You go back and watch some of his highlights from, I think it was like 2007's alt skills competition. He does this insane Zegras type of lacrosse thing where he just swings the puck in the air on his stick, swings it around and just throws it into the net like a lacrosse goal. Like Perry had some skill at one point. Porter Martone's much more of he's focused much more on his playmaking abilities lately, which is good to see, but in around the net, he's just absolutely deadly. I know he's a right winger, but when he sets up on that OV spot during the power play, he's got a cannon. He can shoot. He can hit the net. He's not going to miss he might miss the net a bit because he's a rookie and he's pressing. But, I mean, you don't score, 24 goals in college as a 19-year-old and not have a great shot.
Yeah, so, I think people forget now about how good the NCAA is, actually.
It's really good.
And I read something recently that a lot of scouts think that some of those college teams could go up against some NHL teams and hold their own. So,
I mean,
it's a good developmental league.
Probably go against the AHL and come out with wins,
For sure. Yeah. I can say almost better than a developmental league, better than the AHL. When you have these guys, I think that translates more to success than any other league going
I
right now.
definitely think that it would be a fun thing once the geopolitical crap is done with Russia. I want to see.
Let's talk about Iran, Ace. What do you think? Bombs over Baghdad. What are we talking? Let's go. You know what? Forget Martone. Let's get peace in the Middle East on the Puck Drop Pod tonight.
I want to see the KHL All-Stars go against the college All-Stars, and I think that would be
That'd be
opening
really
because
fun,
everybody considers the KHL the second best league in the world, and I think college and the AHL are very close to that. So with your point, yeah, those college teams are really good now. If you look at some of those players that are playing still right to this day, I mean, it's crazy. There's 25-year-olds playing, so a 19-year-old playing 25. It's kind of basically what Austin Matthews did. He went and played in Europe because the junior teams weren't good enough for him. So he wanted to play against men. So his only option at the time was to go to Europe. Now they can actually go to college. You're getting an education and you're playing well.
Yeah, going to a lot of classes. Porter Martone and Gavin McKenna. Really? Yeah.
Well, anyway, back to Porter Martone. Sorry.
Back to PM 94. 94, by the way. You like the number? 94.
Power forward. Skating's a bit of an issue, not like it was with like Tyson Forster or Bobby Brink. I think he's a much more mobile skater than Forster was. Needs to work on his straight line speed. He's got good edge work, like above average edge work. So he's not, when he has the puck, his puck handling ability, his edge work, he'll be fine. One thing that's going to be interesting is seeing him play with players who are very cerebral, because he's also very cerebral. So if he's playing with Zegras, that's going to be fun.
So now that you say that, what I've been looking at is the lines at Morning Skate this morning, and pretty interesting. So we got Zegras centering Tippett and Barkey on the first line. Second line, Christian Dvorak centering TK on the left and Porter Martone on the right. Third line, Kate centering Grundstrom and Michkov. And then the fourth line that apparently can't be broken up ever in life, it would be Glendening, Couturier on the left, and Hathaway on the right.
Got a 60% expected goals for in the past, 8 games?
Yeah. So
regardless of whether they score, if they just keep them hemmed in on the offensive zone instead of having to play stupid defense, then cool, you know. But I think the lines are more out of necessity, because you're not moving Tippett and you're not moving Michkov back over, and TK's already done it, so might as well, right? In fact, I'm pretty sure in I forget what year it was, but the year Connor McDavid and Travis Konechny were drafted, they did the CHL All-Star game, and he played left wing on McDavid's line and had a hat trick.
So let's talk about, you just brought him up, 74, Owen Tippett, right? So we've had this conversation before where it's like, what is this guy? Because there's flashes of superstar. Like he does things that
you only see McDavid do.
You only see the top 2%, 1% do. Or even 3 players in the league that can do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you see he's doing it now at this point a little bit more consistently.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has come at the best time, right? He's got that the hat trick the other night with another highlight reel goal end to end in that game.
Yeah.
Now we've had this conversation before where it's like, all right, this guy is, he's 25, 27 now. So at a certain point, and Chris Pronger talked about this on Nasty Knuckles recently. It was like, he's followed him since Florida drafted him, and that potential was always there. And that playmaking ability and superstar-ish type play was already there. And it's done the same thing in the NHL up until this point.
Yeah.
The last month and a half, 2 months, you've seen it at a real consistent pace.
Yeah.
Is that what Owen Tippett is now, or is it going to revert? Because I wanted to believe this guy is a franchise changing talent, and he's got the potential, but are we going to see it go away again?
Yeah. I think there's a couple points to be made here. I remember in Tippett's draft year, Craig Button had him listed as the steal of the draft, or the potential steal of the draft.
Where was he drafted?
I believe he was 7th or 8th. He was top 10-ish, maybe low teens, something like that. I want to say it was 7th, but you look that up while I'm talking. Yeah. So anyway, Craig Button had him as like one of the steals of the draft, and he could be a game changer. Blah blah blah. He always had the speed. He was always huge, and he just didn't play big. And when he came to us, it gave him the opportunity to play big and play fast, which was nice. His only issue seemed to be more on the lines of puck skills. His puck skills were usually pretty good, above average, but when he was going at full speed, he would try to do these crazy moves, and there was always something like the puck would slide off his stick, or somebody would just touch him and he'd lose a little bit of balance and stuff. Now he's like clawing through people, maintaining control of the puck and ripping it. That's what he didn't do before. He would try to get closer to the net. Now, when you are able to shoot from a distance at a high speed with that puck control, it opens everything up. It opens the pass up. It opens the deke up. And we know he can deke. So now that he's playing like this, it's going to open up much more things. You're going to see a lot more assists coming. You're going to see a lot. You're already seeing the breakaways. He's getting like 1 or 2 a game now. So I think he's been working on his puck skills with their skills coach, and I think it's starting to pay off, as well as maturing into more of a man on the team and a leader. So I think if he finishes this season off strong, I don't see him going backwards at that point. And I do think he's a 40-goal scorer. And
I mean, if you play like the way that he's been playing the last 10,
yeah,
I mean, you should. He
he's
should
be a
be
30-goal scorer this year, more than likely.
It's insane. And the goal the other night, the third, I guess it was third. It's a highlight reel goal. It's insane.
Mhm.
And to have
On
that type,
who scores on a speed up the middle entry on a power play?
why haven't we been
Reason
doing
he
that all
scored-
year?
Because
It's
the reason he scored like that is because the goalie wasn't expecting it. They didn't think Owen Tippett was going to do that. And Owen Tippett was just like, all right, well, I've been doing this. I might as well. Instead of the thing that's been irritating me about Michkov, and I think no one's really pointed this out, is when Michkov comes into the zone, he gets to the top of the hash marks and hits the brakes every single time.
Every single
and looks
time.
back for the person coming.
Mhm.
And because he doesn't have anybody fast enough on that line, no one's coming.
Well,
No
I think
deep.
some of that is because he's not fast enough.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
at a certain point, you can't beat that defenseman. You put on the brakes and look for somebody else, or you
That's
could just
always expecting, especially on the power play, even though Owen Tippett's coming down with all that speed. And
Right.
the defenseman, you can see the defenseman just completely looked off of him. They were looking at the
Right.
2 players that they knew he was going to pass to.
right.
And he was just like, I'll just take this then.
Yeah.
So and now that he did that, that's going to open up an entry play on the power play. So hopefully, fingers crossed, with Porter Martone being on there now, Jamie Drysdale's having a hell of a year.
Mhm.
We might be looking at a better power play finally. Which,
Wow.
if we had an even average power play, we wouldn't
Yeah.
be talking about making the playoffs. We'd be talking about winning a round. Putting pressure on the top teams.
Well, I think right now, and we touched on this before, you're getting Martone, and I think we got to quell a little bit. He's not gonna. I mean, look, we'll find out what happens tonight. I don't see him. I might put $5 on a first goal from Porter Martone though. FanDuel,
He's
how are
definitely
you?
at a point. I mean,
Hey,
he's such a
FanDuel.
smart player.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming. I'm putting some money on tonight. Maybe not a first goal, but an anytime goal scorer for sure. I'm a big anytime goal scorer fan. That's a great,
Where the
bet.
money's
Such a
made.
fun bet. Yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about. I'm too busy talking about betting now.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. You were thinking all the ka-ching in your mind. You were talking about the power play being better going into the
Yeah.
playoffs. We're not talking about that. We're talking about.
Well, I think and I think we touched on it earlier. Was this kind of like it's almost like a trade deadline kind of moment that we're having right now? If you get Forster back, which is another 40-goal scorer, I'll take that too.
Oh yeah.
Then all of a sudden your team looks a little bit different.
Mhm. A lot of wingers, man. A lot of wingers.
A lot of wingers, but listen, they're working backwards right now.
Yeah.
And
They got about 9 top 6 forwards, and none of them are centers.
but all right, let's talk about that. Yeah, ideally, you want to start. I think when you're constructing a hockey team, you want to start from the net out, right? You get your goalie, you get your defenseman, and then you can pick and choose forwards from there on out. That's typically what the recipe has been, but obviously the Flyers are not going to do that. Couldn't take it down to the studs in this, whatever rebuild this is, but they're doing it a little bit differently. They're doing it on the walls in,
Yeah.
and
They're getting big.
is
They're
it
getting
possible?
big.
Is it possible? Is it possible to do it this way where, yeah, you have stud center or you have stud wingers, but your centers are maybe Christian Dvorak, Travis, are not Zegras, guys that generally aren't your big number one centers.
Yeah.
I mean, in lieu of a trade, Austin Matthews might be available this summer, but we'll talk about that later. But
I mean, now's the time to buy low on Austin Matthews, but Flyers fans would be pissed at Austin Matthews nonstop. Big guy who doesn't, hit. Great in faceoffs. Two-way
again,
player.
but is he a change? But is he a change of scenery guy? Right? Like,
Yeah, he's a change of scenery.
I think he's been beaten down there in Toronto. So
The
if he
pressure
comes
on Philly is
here,
probably less than Toronto. That's
well,
for sure.
it's less, but I think where the teams are right now are two totally. They had their shot there and it's not working. So I mean, if you get him,
he's up there. So
yeah, if you get him, and that first round pick that Toronto has right now looks better and better every single day for them to take it back. So that might actually, especially in the it's fucking Matt, man. Oh my God.
I don't necessarily think we need I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I just don't think we need an Austin Matthews caliber center. I think I had a conversation with somebody on Twitter. They posted a line of next year's lines, and it was supposed to be of how the team is made up of this year.
Mhm.
And he threw in there Matty Beniers. And
Wow.
I couldn't believe it because if you look back at some of our episodes, I mentioned Matty Beniers being somebody that the Flyers should look for. He's got talent, kind of reminds me of a Boldy, even though Boldy's a winger, but he's the type of center that will get, if you have Zegras and Beniers, and Beniers isn't going to cost you what Austin Matthews is going to cost you. Beniers can win some faceoffs. He's bigger. He's two-way. He's got a shot. He can really pass. I mean, that's the type of center I'm looking for. And if you tell me you now have a top six of Forster, Michkov, Martone, Zegras, and Konechny and Tippett, it's like, yeah, sure, I'll trade away Bump. I'm not touching Barkey, but Barkey's a winner. We're keeping him. But yeah, like you can trade any one of those guys for a Beniers type, and that's the type of trade we need to do.
And you definitely need a face-off guy for sure, because I think that's might be number one on the list of, maybe not number one, but it's definitely high up on the list of why the power play has been dog shit. It's because you're losing every face-off in that zone, and then once it's down, now there's a minute and 40 left, minute and 41, 42 left, so you lose 20 seconds of offensive time.
Yeah,
and so now you're working from behind a little bit.
Yeah, that's the type of thing I want to see.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting, and like I don't even want to talk about off-season stuff right now, because this is the most exciting time in the world, and like even I've had it in my mind that this is gonna continue on, because man, this is the best time of year. Like when you get the weather and you get Flyers jerseys and shorts and watching outside, it's just the greatest, man. This is the best, honestly, the best time of the year. It's unbelievable.
I think what's going to be really fun to watch is the camaraderie that brews between Matvei Michkov and Porter Martone, because I think Martone coming to the team is going to take off a lot of pressure from Michkov. I think he, in a way, is going to feel like Robin to Batman, the shiny new toy kind of thing. I don't necessarily think he's the Robin to Batman. I think he's the better player. But I think he's going to be like, I need to step my game up because the shiny new toy is getting all the attention. And, I think it will really help him. These last few games, I'm looking at Michkov, a point per game very easily is what I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, you're going to have to see something. I mean, I think this year is what it is, right? So I think what you're getting is what you're getting. He's been better since the Olympic break, but not game-changing, or he's just kind of been a guy.
Yeah.
Better, but just a guy too. We'll see how, I think his development is going to take, we'll see what he is next year. It's
Mhm.
one of those things that I think this year was a little screwed up.
Yeah.
And I think he admittedly screwed up, self-admittedly screwed up. So we'll see how that goes. But I think my meter there, and you can tell me if where yours is at, but my meter there is kind of slightly concerned, but not pulling the panic button on him. Yeah. Because now I think if you ask me today, what's his ceiling? Before I even really saw what he was, you're hoping that it's Kucherov. It's
Mhm.
120 points.
Yeah.
Now I'd be happy with 80.
Okay.
So
I
we'll see where it goes. But I mean, now you're gonna temper that. We'll see what happens. I think this offseason is super huge
I
for
I
him.
I have not lost any confidence. In fact, I'm kind of glad he's going through a sophomore slump now.
Yeah.
Him having a slump and being picked up by his teammates, and being called fat by your coach over and over is not really helpful. But
That's Fat Vay Michkov.
well, he was never skinny. Watching him in the K, like he was running people over at 5'11", being 16 years old. Like he's not going to be that type of player. And I think comparing him to Kucherov is one of the problems, is because Kucherov's kind of a different player. Matvey Michkov is a pure goal scorer. He will someday lead the Flyers, maybe the league, in goals scored. Just he can score from anywhere, and he's lost.
Hot take alert.
Yeah. He's coming up. How quickly this has come. Next year's a contract year for him. His ELC ends after next year, so he's got to sign the next bridge deal. He's going to have to show that, and he's already said that he's staying here and working. He's got a mentality of like a Jaromir Jagr. So when he's down, he's going to be like, "Talk it, you guys. I'm coming back and I'm tearing it up." And now he knows the league. He knows what he needs to do. He's going to work on his skating. I guarantee next year when we watch him, we're going to be like, "Where the hell was this skating? Like why weren't you doing this before?"
Yeah.
And then he'll take off. I have not lost any faith in him whatsoever. I'm a little annoyed at how bad he's played because I know how good he can be. He's just being second fiddle, and that's the problem. He's letting everybody else do their thing still.
There's been touches and glimpses of what he probably could be. There was that one pass along the wall.
Mhm.
I forget what game it was, but Cates, I think, went in alone and scores there. But so it's been better. And we'll see the last 10 here, but we'll see. I think, like I said, I think his development really after this season is where it's going to really take off, and hopefully next year.
His most important off season easily.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, I could be biting my tongue and eating my words later on, but I haven't.
Well, I hope you don't bite your tongue, and I hope you don't eat your words, because we really need that to happen.
I'm kind of full.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
but let's wrap it up here because it's almost pregame time. I'm all fired up, man. This is
fired up
be
now.
It's going to be an outside.
Started this, and now I'm like, all right, let's go.
Unbelievable. Outside on the deck tonight in God's country. So we'll be watching that outside. Sorry to my neighbors already for the noise level and the obscenities So
imagine a win with a Martone goal. Oh. Believing,
and I got to get the bet. I got to get the bets in. Yeah. So, whatever episode this is, it doesn't really matter. A playoff push. We'll be back. We'll probably do one a week now, since and hopefully we'll do it into next month and beyond that. So we'll see how that
April
goes.
That'd be nice.
7 p.m. against those Washington Capitals. You need a win. And I'll be doing 2 TVs at the same time, man, because the Columbus Blue Jackets and.
Oh, yeah. You're going to do that to yourself?
Oh, of course I am.
Oh, I can't do that.
Why?
I can only, my heart races during the Flyers game. I can't worry about somebody else. You got to worry about yourself, Well,
if this was playoffs, no. So we got Red Wings. So before we go, Red Wings, Penguins tonight. Who do we want there?
Well, the Red Wings are going to win tonight.
Anybody in regulation?
We want the Penguins to win, but the Red Wings are going to win.
First of all, if it's tied with a minute left, I'm going to cut the power.
That's exactly what's going. This is why I don't watch.
I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings and doing.
It doesn't matter as long as the Flyers do what the Flyers need to do.
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck them.
And we got Blue Jackets, Hurricanes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
With-
the Blue Jackets have been playing well, so let's really hope.
Yeah, but it's in Columbus, and I don't like the fact. Well, I do like the fact that Carolina's a favorite on the road. A lot of betting tonight. A lot of betting lines.
Jacob's
I'm good with that. So we need. So I don't care. Penguins, Red Wings in regulation. Don't care who wins. Blue Jackets, I hope, go down early so I don't have to watch the rest of it. Or go down big early. So we'll discuss all that. We'll come back and hopefully discuss a win tonight, a win Thursday. At home against the Red Wings. Oh my God. This is just every night is a playoff game.
It'll be like
I
97 again, and
it's gonna be the best.
They get that Detroit game.
It's the best, dude. It's the best. All right. The best. This is the best time of year. Streaming on YouTube, we did that. And we'll be. Did you get the Apple done?
No.
Oh, come on. All right. Well, we'll be on Apple soon if Ace gets off his ass.
I'll do it tomorrow.
And we're on Spotify. We're wherever.
Twitter,
X,
Spotify,
Twitter,
X.
Puck Drop Pod everywhere. Come find us. We'll be happy to have you.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you later. See ya.
See ya, man.